Have you ever wondered what it would be like if two of the most beloved stars in South Korea lived a love story not on screen, but in real life? A love story hidden from the world for 7 long years? Tonight, that secret has finally come to light. Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun have revealed the truth. They have been together all this time. 7 years of love. 7 years of loyalty. 7 years of a promise they never broke. And the world can hardly believe it. It all started back in 2016, when the drama The King, Eternal Monarch wasn't even a script yet, when Kim Go-eun was just starting to establish herself, and Lee Min-ho was already a Hallyu superstar. Fate brought them together. A quiet meeting at a script reading. A moment during rehearsal when their eyes locked. And something unexplainable happened. Not the fiery spark of drama, but the gentle warmth of recognition. As if they had known each other in another lifetime. Fans thought they saw chemistry on screen. But what no one knew was that behind those smiles, behind those glances, behind those subtle gestures, was something real. A love that had already begun. But why keep it a secret? For 7 years, why hide? Why not let the world celebrate their happiness? The answer lies in who they are. Lee Min-ho, a man whose every move is dissected by the media. Kim Go-eun, an actress who values her privacy more than fame. They knew what the spotlight could do. It could turn something pure into something fragile. So they made a promise to protect their love from the noise, to live quietly, even while the world shouted around them. For 7 years, they kept that promise. While fans speculated, while rumors swirled, while every co-star and every project tried to link them elsewhere, they stayed silent. Because their love wasn't for the headlines. It was for each other. Think about it. The little hints were always there. The way Min-ho once said in an interview, "I admire someone who makes me laugh when life feels heavy." The way Go-eun once admitted, "There's someone who has always been my source of strength." At the time, no one connected the dots. But now, looking back, it's all so clear. Imagine those years together. Late-night phone calls after long days on set. Secret dates in hidden cafes. Vacations where no cameras could follow. Sharing meals, inside jokes, and dreams for the future. While the world only saw roles, they were writing their own script. The script of forever. And then, 7 years later, they chose to reveal it. Not through a scandal. Not through paparazzi photos. But through their own voices. They said it simply, just, "We've been together all this time." The honesty stunned everyone. But it also moved everyone. Because in an industry where secrets usually shatter careers, their secret only strengthened their story. 7 years of loyalty. 7 years of sacrifice. 7 years of choosing each other, even when it wasn't easy. That is not just romance. That is commitment. Fans are now rewatching old clips. Looking at every smile, every interaction. As if they've been given new eyes. Suddenly what once looked like acting, looks like love. And maybe that's the most beautiful part. That we were all watching their story unfold. Without even knowing it. Lee Min-ho once said, "When I love, I give everything. I don't play games." Kim Go-eun once confessed, "I don't need someone to complete me, but I need someone to walk with me." Now we understand. They were talking about each other all along. Their story teaches us something powerful. Love doesn't need an audience. Love doesn't need validation. Love doesn't need to be loud. Sometimes, the quietest love is the strongest. And yet, now that the truth is out, the world is celebrating with them. Because this isn't just a love story. It's a story of patience, of trust, of two souls who found each other and never let go. 7 years. 7 years of secrets. 7 years of smiles hidden from cameras. 7 years of protecting what mattered most. And today, they no longer have to hide. Because forever has already begun. So, to Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun, thank you for reminding us that real love is not about attention, but intention. It's not about how loudly you shout it, but how faithfully you live it. And sometimes, the greatest love stories are the ones we never saw coming. This is not just a headline. It is proof that even in the dazzling world of fame, love can remain pure, love can remain strong, and love can last a lifetime. Lee Min-ho, Kim Go-eun, 7 years. One secret, now revealed. The kiss that sealed forever. Was never on screen. The public only saw fragments of their story. A stolen glance during a press conference. A subtle laugh shared between scenes. A social media post that, if looked at closely, mirrored the other's mood. But behind all of this was a carefully guarded secret. 7 years of love. 7 years of whispers that never left the room. 7 years of promises made in silence. 7 years of building a relationship not for the world, but for themselves. Fans who followed their careers have often joked about the undeniable spark that lit up every time Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun were in the same frame. But now, with the revelation of their long-hidden relationship, those jokes have transformed into stunned admiration. Because keeping something so precious safe, in a world that thrives on exposure, is no small feat. Think about it. In an age where cameras lurk at every corner, where fan accounts track airport appearances down to the minute, and where every casual dinner becomes a headline, how could they have kept this truth away from the public for so long? The answer lies in their resolve. Their determination to protect something real, something fragile, from being consumed by the storm of celebrity culture. According to those close to the couple, Lee Min-ho and Kim Go-eun established one rule early on in their relationship. No one else writes our story but us. It was their mantra, their shield, and their reason for silence. When filming wrapped on The King, Eternal Monarch, the world thought their connection ended with the cameras. But in reality, it was just the beginning. Behind the scenes, away from the lights, Min-ho and Go-eun exchanged numbers, texted into the late hours of the night, and slowly built a bond. It wasn't instant fireworks. It was quieter than that, gentler. Like two people finding comfort in the simplicity of being understood. And that's what made their relationship last. They didn't need grand gestures to prove their love. Instead, they relied on the little things. Late-night phone calls when one of them was exhausted after a long shoot. Secret visits to each other's homes, where laughter replaced the noise of the outside world. Gifts that never made it to Instagram, handwritten letters, books with notes scribbled in the margins, quiet reminders that they were thinking of each other. The shocking part isn't just that they've been together for 7 years. It's that all this time, the signs were there, and we just didn't know where to look. Do you remember the interview where Lee Min-ho, when asked about his ideal type, said, "Someone who makes me feel calm, even when everything else is chaotic"? Fans thought it was vague, generic even. But now we know. He was describing Kim Go-eun. Or what about the time Go-eun